Hello, wrestling fans. Just finished watching Monday Night Raw for March the 30th, 2026. Cody Rhodes, Stephanie McMahon opened the show for a weird random segment. All about how they all have history of Randy Orton in the past. Which one knows Randy Orton the best? And Stephanie's like, basically, you cannot defeat Randy Orton when he's a heel. And Cody said some stuff she didn't like, slapped him across the face. Cody stopped her from leaving the ring, spun her around. She didn't like that. He said, thank you for letting me know that this version of Cody Rhodes cannot defeat Randy Orton. You're right. So we're going to get a new upgrade of Cody Rhodes, apparently. This segment makes no sense on Raw. It should have been on SmackDown. Let me know below in the comments. Do you agree that this segment should have been on SmackDown? Or did you like it opening Monday Night Raw in Madison Square Garden this week? The Usos defended the World Tag Team titles against The Vision in a street fight. I thought this would be the main event. But no, this is the opening match. And Al Knight's on guest commentary for no random reason whatsoever. And Speed, the social media guy, he's in front row right by Logan Paul's mom. Match starts. Jimmy's just mopping the floor of Austin Theory, while Jay and Logan Paul are basically holding each other in the corner like they're hugging. Every time Jay got knocked down, he just acted confused, dazed before he got it back up. Austin Theory's the first one to get weapons introduced to the street fight. You got kendo sticks. Toss one to Logan Paul. They just did a number on the Usos with kendo stick shots. Then Theory's like, nah, I ain't done yet. He just unloaded on Jimmy Uso with more kendo stick shots. Set up a table. The Usos fought back. Got some trash cans. Put them over Theory and Logan Paul. Stereo super kicks to Logan Paul while he's stuck in the trash can. Kendo stick shots to Austin Theory where he's stuck in the trash can. Pull the trash can off of Theory. Put him on the top rope. Superplexed him through the table. Austin Theory's legs went through the table. That's the only body part of his that went through the table. That had to hurt. Usos fight back, hit the 3D on Theory. Logan Paul pulls Jimmy out of the ring, goes after Jay in the ring. And suddenly he goes out of the ring and goes over to his mom, and she hands him brass knuckles from her purse. Speed tries to stop Logan Paul from using the brass knuckles. LA Knight gets up off the commentary chair, runs over, attacks Logan Paul. Speed gets knocked into the shuffle, gets knocked down, and LA Knight goes to check on Speed. Speed has the brass knuckles. For some reason, he puts the brass knuckles on. Don't ask me why. And he decks LA Knight. Why? And then he just takes him off, throws him by Logan Paul and leaves. Paul gets the brass knuckles in, hits Jimmy in the ring, but the brass hits Jimmy, so outside the ring. Jimmy ducks it, super kicks him. Jimmy and Jay get in the ring, 3D Austin Theory again. Logan Paul gets in, knocks Jimmy out with brass knuckle shots. Jay, instead of checking on his brother, who just got laid out by the power of the punch, decides to come off the top rope, crossbody, knocking down Logan Paul. Theory gets his shoulder on Jimmy. We have new World Tag Team Champions. Division win the belts. Not a good street fight, honestly. And why did Speed hit LA Knight with the brass knuckles? Why did he take him off right by where Logan Paul was? And why was he involved in this match to begin with? And now backstage, he's with the Vision and he don't want to be. You can leave anytime, but he's sticking with the Vision. I love that. I don't want to be with you guys. Just walk away. But the Vision are like, no man, you helped us win the belt. Celebrate with us. Let's go out and party. And by the way, the Usos are going to come after you and LA Knight. We'll back you up. If this leads to LA Knight having a match at WrestleMania against Speed, that is going to tell us right there LA Knight's career is going nowhere in WWE. Because that guy deserves a WrestleMania appointment better than Speed, right? Unless you fans want to like this match, how about WrestleMania? Let me know below in the comments if you'd like to see LA Knight versus Speed. I personally don't. I want to see LA Knight fight somebody more deserving of WrestleMania. Or, let me know in the comments. Do you agree or disagree there? And what are your thoughts of him helping the Vision win the tag team titles? Is that going to lead to a 6-man tag maybe at WrestleMania now, I'm thinking? Which still won't be interesting at all. Penta defended his Intercontinental Championship against Kofi Kingston. This is a bonus match that was added that wasn't advertised last week. And Kobe comes out with Grayson Waller, not Javon Evans. That was weird because he's been mentoring Javon Evans off and on. You think Javon Evans will come out with him this week. Kobe attacks Penta once the bell rings. Penta fights back, hits that front-facing Sagiri kick, the running flip-over face-buster. Then he runs up in the corner to jump off. Kobe catches him with a kick to the face, knocks Penta off the ropes to the floor. Kobe hits a springboard dropkick off the ropes, stuns Penta, backs up, jumps off the top rope again. Penta catches him with a code breaker. Twice during this match, Grayson Waller, when Penta was outside, after Kofi Kingston clotheslined him over the ropes or beat him up by the ropes and Penta rolled down the ring, Grayson Waller went to cheap shot him. Kofi would slide down the ring and stop Grayson Waller. Like, I don't need your help, man. I don't need your help. I can win the title by myself. And every time he did that, Penta would get the offense going again. Kofi hit the SOS. Penta kicked out. Kofi hit a leg drop across the back. Penta kicked out. Penta fought back. Super kicks, chops, hit the Penta driver. Kofi kicked out. Again, Grayson Waller went to cheap shot Penta. Kofi Kingston stopped him again. And then Penta slid out of the ring, had enough of this. Canadian Destroyer to Grayson Waller, ran in the ring, top rope Canadian Destroyer, no. Kofi Kingston blasted him in the face with Trouble in Paradise. Penta just kicked down the neck of time. Super kicked him down, ran, top rope Canadian Destroyer to Kofi Kingston. Penta still your Intercontinental Champion. Really good match. I enjoyed it. From start to finish, it was action-packed, fast-paced. After the match, Penta announces that at WrestleMania, he's defending his Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match, and Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, JD Madugo, Judgment Day, and Rusev are the 4 people so far that's added to the match. Honestly, you don't need nobody else. Those right there, that's stacked enough as it is. They don't need to throw in way too many people. Just keep it at those 5. Women's tag team titles on the line. Bayley and Valkyria won a number 1 contenders match between the Kabuki Warriors last week of Raw to earn this opportunity to face Nia Jax, Last Legend. Bell rings. The champions quickly had double teams. Double teamed Irish Whip clothesline Bayley down. Double team Irish Whip Valkyria in the corner. The Nia Jax Howders. The Last Legend could deliver some chops in the corner. There, double team bicycle kick. Leg drop to Bayley, who just kicked out the nick of time. Valkyria stunned Nia Jax with a series of awesome kick strikes. Then Rand came off the ropes, and Nia caught her and hit a spinning, more stronger slam. That was awesome. Last Legend hit a pump kick to Bayley, floored her. Then she did that stupid move she does in the ropes where she grabs her opponent and puts their head between the top and middle rope and just like shakes them up and down. How's that effective at all? I don't understand it. Bayley, amazing show of strength here. She got Nia Jax off the top rope in the corner and actually walked with her halfway across the ring and powerbombed her. That was impressive for Bayley. The Valkyria, I don't know where she came from. She came off the ropes of a moonsault to Nia Jax. Last Legend broke that pin up in the nick of time. Then Bayley and Valkyria came off the top rope, drop kicks to the Last Legend, and then on cue, here comes Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, the Balor Twins. They start arguing outside the ring. Nia Jax on them get outside. Nia Jax Irish whips Valkyria into the 2 teams. That causes Charlotte, Alexa, the Balors to attack. And the match is thrown out. The announcer said, and everybody's beating up on the champions this week. Lately, the champions have been getting the advantage by attacking people after the matches on SmackDown. This week, it's the challengers that get the upper hand. They all take turns beating up the champions. And it's finally announced at WrestleMania. It's a fatal 4-way tag. It's going to be Bayley and Valkyria, Charlotte and Alexa, the Balor Twins, Nia Jax, Last Legend for the women's tag team titles. I'm stoked for that match because of the build-up to it. I just don't like how always is predictable outcome of the tag team title matches leading up to where once the team's outside the ring and someone gets Irish whipped into them, they get involved. That I don't like. But this match itself, it's got a lot of star power in the match. And I don't think Nia Jax, Last Legend may be walking out of WrestleMania with those tag team titles because Bayley and Valkyria has been on quite a momentum run. And I think they might win those belts. I honestly would love to see them win it because I'm big fans of both of them. Let me know below in the comments, who do you want to see win the fatal four-way for the women's tag team titles? Do you want to see the champs retain? Do you want to see the Balor twins win them? Charlotte and Alexa win them again? Or would you like to see Bayley and Valkyria win them for the very first time? Your main event match was Io Sky against Miguel Rodriguez. Not a good match at all. Io Sky. Jump up, double stomp, drop kicks, running uppercut, strikes. Regal did a running spine buster. That was it, basically. Suddenly, the Kabuki Warriors came out and just started arguing. And Io Sky got distracted because Asuka's got a hold of Kairi Sane by the hair, yelling at her. She dives for the ropes, takes down Asuka. Apparently now that Rhea Ripley's going to SmackDown, she needs a partner. Now she wants to be partners with Kairi Sane. She's like, are you okay? She's checking on her. Then Io Sky realizes, oh yeah, I got a match going on. She gets to the ring, one-arm powerbomb for Regal. Regal picks up the win. So I'm happy Regal won the match. I just wish she did more in the match than she did. And this whole thing with Asuka, Kairi Sane arguing back and forth, they're not going to split up the Kabuki Warriors. It's not leading to nothing. If they just stick together, this whole point of them arguing back and forth makes no sense. Io Sky is now just randomly thrown into this mix-up feud that's going on. That's it for matches. That's the only 4 matches. I like the fact that each title match is one after the other. I did like that. But the main event should not have been Miguel and Io Sky. It should have been one of the title matches. Finn Balor had a video segment. He's challenged Dominic Mysterio to a match at WrestleMania. Dominic's accepted. Liv Morgan came out, trash talk Stephanie Vaquera. Stephanie Vaquera ran out, just beat the crap out of Liv Morgan. Suddenly, Roxanne Perez, I'm wondering where she's been for the past month. She came return. She attacked Stephanie Vaquera from behind and did those awful, like, where she's supposed to hit her opponent across the back with, like, those rapid-fire blows. She may have hit her once or twice out of the dozen she was throwing there. Most of the time, she wasn't even hitting her. She was either hitting the mat or not even just hitting the air, basically. Liv Morgan picked up Vaquera and delivered Oblivion onto the steel chair and held up the Women's Championship to stand tall beside Roxanne Perez. Now, this would be perfect time for Roxanne to turn on Judgment Day and help Finn Balor, because he's the one that recruited her to Judgment Day, remember, and no one else wanted her in there, but he got them to be on board of her, and he's the one that brought her in the group. So, I want to see her cost Liv the title at WrestleMania. That would make perfect sense. If not, then I guess Roxanne is just going to be stuck with Judgment Day, which makes no sense because of the split between them and Finn Balor, right? Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi. They almost came to blows. Adam Pearce came out, a bunch of security. Brock F5'd one of them. Oba just took out all the rest of the security. And then I was like, okay, they're fine, go get at it. Start fighting, duke it out. By the time that Oba got in the ring and they had to stare down, Triple H slid in and got between them. And you could hear the fans booing. Because they should have came to blows, got a few punches in before Triple H ran in to stop them. But the build-up, get into them, get ready to throw fisticuffs, and then Triple H slide in. It was not a good moment right there. Like I said, they should have got some punches in on each other. But I'm still looking forward to the match at WrestleMania. Brock left the ring. He wasn't happy. And Triple H stood in the ring with Oba. And Adam Pearce got shoved by Oba. So, if I was GM and I got shoved by one of my wrestlers, I would either suspend the guy, book him in a match, like a handicap match or something, for payback, or take him out of WrestleMania. But no, Adam Pearce is just too kind-hearted. Apparently, he just goes on with his day. Paul Heyman all night was backstage, and Adam Pearce got walked up to him. Have you got my emails? Did you get my emails? Paul Heyman came out to talk about Seth Rollins again. Adam Pearce came out and said, did you get my emails? Paul Heyman's like, no, I haven't. What's the emails? Adam Pearce announces that the restraining order is done with, and Seth Rollins medically cleared to compete. Rollins attacked Paul Heyman from behind with a steel chair across the back like he did a few weeks ago. But you could tell something was going to happen when Rollins was taking too long to go for the curb stomp. I was expecting maybe Bronson Reed's back, maybe Braun Breaker's back, but no, it's Gunther. Gunther pulls Rollins out of the ring and puts him to sleep in the sleeper hold. And then Adam Pearce announces that it's Seth and Gunther WrestleMania. That is just thrown in there. It makes no sense whatsoever. I get it. Gunther needs an appointment and Rollins needs someone. But it should be like Rollins versus Paul Heyman. Or Rollins versus somebody else Paul Heyman brings into the division. Not just this random match of Gunther. Just to fill up the WrestleMania card until Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker is medically cleared to compete. Like, why these two guys fight? It makes no sense whatsoever. And the show ended the game 3 weeks in a row. Roman and CM Punk, but thank God they did not talk for half an hour. They came out, they started brawling, fighting, and Punk had to go to sleep and powerbomb Roman for the announce table to end the show. And no matches announced for next week. I noticed that is interesting because SmackDown did the exact same thing on Friday. They didn't announce no matches for this week. So that's pretty cool. I actually like that. I like going into the show not knowing what's going to happen once in a while. Don't do it every week, no. But once in a while, it's cool not knowing what's going to happen. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet. Bye.